If you're going into the prison system, I know that it can feel so devastating and daunting, and there's a lot of turmoil. And that's why we like to show the different ways that people adjust. And people go into the prison system from all different backgrounds. My name is Michael Santos, and I am with a team at Prison Professors. I personally went into the prison system in 1987 when I was 23 years old because I made just a series of reckless bad decisions as a teenager, an early guy. I served 9,500 days in prison. That's 26 years. But while I was there, I was always working to prepare for a better life, a life as a law-abiding, contributing citizen. And I had a great experience because of the decisions that I made while I was in there. And that's why I strive to show other people, even if you're spinning out of control right now, you can start building a pathway to a better life. But it doesn't happen by accident. A person has to learn how to not only work toward a better life, work toward reconciling with society, but also work toward documenting a record. And in this era of the First Step Act, it's more important than ever. I would like to share with you some of the ways that helps other people. And you can see kind of in the background there, my wife is working at a computer behind me. We got married inside of a federal prison, incidentally, and we've now been married for 20 years. But because prison has been such a big part of my journey, I still feel very passionate about wanting to get this information into the hands of as many people as I can possibly reach. That's the way that I can strive to be the change that I want to see in the world. And today, we receive a lot of letters from people in prison. I don't know if you can see this, so I'm using my fancy technology here to kind of show you what we receive. And this is today, I'm filming this on March the 11th, 2022. And this is a letter, as you can see. I can use this cool technology. I think I showed you this before, but on my behind me, I've got another camera right there so that you can see my workflow. I don't know if you can see everything, but I've got a camera here, I've got a light up here, I've got this microphone here, I've got another MacBook Pro straight up here, and I'm able, with some sophisticated technology, I can switch around and now show you this screen. Oops, and I need to switch that over to there, and now I can show you the actual letter that I received from a person in prison. And this letter came, I wasn't able to get the mailing address on there, but I can just read it from the envelope. And it's from Hernandez Evans. His registration number is 49796-044. So people in prison really like to get letters, and if you find some movement in this letter, you might want to write the guy. He's at the Federal Correctional Institution number 2 in Victorville, California. It's P.O. Box 3850, Adelanto, California 92301. Now, I visited Victorville to give not only a keynote presentation, but also a program that we create. I delivered a program there that allowed me to bring this message of leading a values-based, goal-oriented life in prison and how valuable it was for me. It's what I learned from leaders, and it's what I strive to teach other people in prison, how they can make decisions that will open opportunities for them. And as a result, there are thousands of people that our team is touching, giving them hope and giving them inspiration on what they can become. And it's really difficult. So it's important to give information every day. And that's why you'll see our team producing new content every day, because we never ask anybody to do anything that we didn't do. So now and you can see as I'm doing that right now, right? I'm learning technology. Every day I'm investing to build a bigger platform to help more people understand the decisions they make today are going to have a huge influence on what they become. So let's now turn to reading the letter that Hernandez wrote for me. Again, I have to just kind of turn to however skill set I have in reading this. So the cool thing is I've got it plastered right on my screen. So while you're seeing me in this little circle, and I want to thank one of my consultants, mentors, who helped me understand a little bit more about this technology, allows it to make it look as if I'm looking right at the computer screen while I'm reading this letter that you can see on the screen yourself. So it says, "Dear Michael Santos, I currently read your book titled Earning Freedom. It was recommended to me by several inmates who are a positive influence in the Brave program's community. Reading your book has gave me a new outlook on how to overcome my sentence. I am now focusing on building my mind and preparing for my release. I am now preparing to take college courses and other correspondence that Victorvile accepts. I am 27 years old and serving a 10-year sentence for drugs. Prior to my incarceration, I didn't understand how the federal government works. I was young and a victim of the dysfunction or diseducation that my community offered. I fell into the trends, negative, and ways of the ghetto. Upon my incarceration and the hardships of being taken away from my freedom, I was forced to take a look in the mirror at myself. I realized the road I was taking was going to lead me nowhere fast. I decided I would take the hustle I used for negative reasons and take it to the legit and corporate world. So here I am today at the starting point of my change. I feel like a newborn baby. And let's see if we roll down to the second page. Just opening his eyes to the world. How will I overcome my obstacles? How will I find resources? Can I do this? Am I smart enough? These are some of the many questions I ask myself. I have now changed some of my negative thinking, but now times call for actions. I am writing to ask you for support, even if it is encouraging words or advice as I move forward. I am aware you probably receive thousands of letters like mine asking questions and seeking help. I was hesitant to write for those reasons. I understand from your book that you built a strong support system through diligence and determination. So I told myself that even if nothing came from this letter, it was mandatory I wrote it to you. I have sent letters to several others as well. I think it was very helpful, the relationships and support system you built in prison. I am now trying to follow that path. In the meantime, I am working on starting college, reading, and working out daily. I am also taking all programs available to make me more skilled upon my release. Similarly, sincerely yours, Hernandez Evans. If there is any help or support you can offer me, I am thankful for it. I am getting the positive, successful, and productive machine going. You know better than any how hard that can be, and thanks. So now I want to just give a little commentary on this amazing letter that this young man made, because it's almost nostalgic for me. It brings me back to that era when I was starting my journey in prison and really, didn't have direction from other people around me in the prison. So I looked for mentors or leaders that could help me. And the only reason those people spoke to me is because they were in prison or they had been in prison. So, I hadn't been a good student in high school. I didn't appreciate the importance of education and discipline and good character, but it's never too early to start sowing seeds for a better life. And so I learned that by reading a book that an officer actually gave me. I wish I could connect with him and tell him how grateful I am and how he changed my life. His name was Officer Wilson, and he was in the Pierce County Jail, and he's the one that handed me Plato's Republic. And the only reason reading that story meant something to me is because I came across the story of Socrates. It was actually an anthology first that led me to Plato's Republic, but the officer gave me this book. I got it from a book cart. I think I got a Treasury of Philosophy from a book cart, and then Officer Wilson followed up by giving me the book. But it was the story of the Crito, of Socrates being in jail. And he's the father of this concept called Socratic thinking, of asking questions and trying to find solutions and making better decisions by asking questions. And just like Hernandez is doing, I started to ask questions. What can I do to build a support network? What can I do to bring people into my life? What can I do to persuade the people I'm going to meet in the future to see me differently than the way the judicial system sees me right now? You see, it's not about right now if you're going into the system. It's about what you can become. And it's never too early, it's never too late to start building a better life. Right now it's 5:32 in the morning on Friday, March the 11th, and I'm still doing what I was doing in prison. I'm striving to reach the broader community. I'm taking these letters, I'm reading them, I'm creating coursework, I'm writing books, I'm learning technology. I'm always striving, excuse me, to reconcile with society for the bad decisions I made during the recklessness of youth. And it's not easy. As you can see, I've got to learn how to use this kind of technology every day. I got to learn how to use cameras behind me so I can show you I'm authentic. I don't want to pretend. Okay, I don't want to be somebody that says he's going to do something that didn't do it. Every day I am working, and that's what I would recommend you do as well. Every day, work toward developing stronger communication skills, developing better writing skills, develop more confidence as a speaker. And if you can do that, you are going to start sowing seeds for something better. You're going to start influencing other people to see you, and they will start investing in you. And that's really what we offer through all of our courses. Is we try to help people in jail or in prison understand, hey, this is an opportunity to start changing your life. Sometimes that opportunity takes a long time to manifest itself, but it all starts with a mindset and a decision to say, I am going to be better. Well, if you have access to the Prison Professor's curriculum, I hope that you will use it in such a way that I used it. These are lessons that I learned from leaders, and it's why I feel so passionately about spreading it to as many people as I possibly can. And I want to use every possible platform to do it. As I learn this technology more, I am going to start doing live streams so that people can communicate with me if they're watching this on YouTube, or LinkedIn or Facebook. They can send me messages in real time, and I will be able to really give information on respond to questions and do things that I can't do on a one-on-one basis. But we've got a great team that can respond on a one-on-one basis, and I have a lot of confidence in them. Right now, I just want you to be recognizing if you're going into the system, the First Step Act is really important. And it's important that you do things like Hernandez-Evans so that at some point you will be able to begin advocating for yourself and demonstrate that you've got a compelling and an extraordinary case of why the judicial system should look at you differently. That's what the law allows today. Unfortunately, many people don't quite know how to do it. It's something that I had to do even when that mechanism didn't exist. And that's why I served 9,500 days in prison. But I'm really enthusiastic and encouraged when I get letters from people like Hernandez-Evans. He is somebody that is going to, and I don't know which way I'm going here, but I think it's like that. He is somebody who is going to really transform his life and become a positive role model in society. But we all have a duty to keep him going. Oops, I think I just lost. I apologize for that. I went dark for a second because I lost my camera, but that's just part of my own learning disability with technology. I will strive to do better, and I will ask you to do better. On behalf of our entire team at Prison Professors, we do hope that you will subscribe to our programs, that you will like us. If you're seeing us on a platform that allows you to like us, you will become a part of our community. We are striving to provide new content every day with hopes of helping people in jail and prison across America make better decisions. That's the way that we can be the change we want to see in the world. We believe in you. Thank you.